Hi.
Hi, my name is Blevins, but you probably know me better as Ninja. Today, I want to share with you the story of my life, from my humble beginnings to becoming one of the biggest names in gaming. Today, I'm handing over the reins of my story to none other than Patrick Bateman. You may be wondering, why Patrick Bateman? Well, simple. Patrick Bateman is a better Sigma than I am. He is the epitome of ruthless and calculating assassin, and I'm better to narrate the story of my life than the man who will use the traits I strive for in my gaming persona. Without further ado, I hand over the script to Patrick Bateman, who will take us through my life story.
Patrick Bateman enters looking dapper and confident. Patrick Bateman, greetings, my name is Patrick Bateman, and I'm here to narrate the story of Tolerant Man of Blevins. This is a tale of hard work, dedication, perseverance, and beginnings. I was born on 5/1991 in Gracely, Illinois, and was the youngest of 3 siblings. My older brother Chris was the one who first introduced me to video games when I was just 4 years old. I remember sitting on the floor of our living room mesmerized by the graphics and gameplay of Super Mario Bros. On our Nintendo Entertainment System. It was then that my love for gaming began, and it's something that has stayed with me. Early years growing up, I was an active who loved playing sports, but my true passion was always video games. I would spend hours playing games like Halo and Call of Duty, and often found myself getting lost in their virtual worlds. I was fascinated by the level of detail in the graphics, and I was always impressed by the intricate storylines and challenging gameplay. But there was another love that I had developed at a young age: reggae music. I used to listen to Bob Marley and other reggae artists while playing video games. It was a perfect combination, as the upbeat and energetic music always lifted my spirits and gave me the energy to continue gaming for hours on end. One summer, my family and I took a trip to Jamaica, and it was there that I fell in love with reggae music even more. I was exposed to the rich culture and history of reggae. I was in awe of the way the music brought people together. I remember standing in the crowd at Bob Marley tribute concerts, surrounded by people from all walks of life, swaying and singing along to the music. It was a truly unforgettable experience and solidified my love for reggae music. From that point on, reggae music became a staple in my life, and I would often play it while gaming. I found that it helped me stay relaxed and focused. It always put me in a good mood. This day, reggae music remains one of my favorite genres, and I often listen to it while streaming and playing video games. I also have fond memories of my mother, who was always there for me even when I least expected it. I remember one time I was so engrossed in the game that I forgot to ask my mother, who was fully dressed, came in my room with a sandwich on his fork. I does it was a small gesture, but it meant the world to me. It showed me how much she cared and how much she was always there for me no matter what. To this day, I'm grateful for my mother's love and support. I will always cherish the memories I have of her, including that unexpected sandwich. College years. During my college years, I had the opportunity to attend one of the top universities in the country. The campus was filled with talented and motivated students from all over the world. The atmosphere was electric. I was surrounded by people who were passionate about learning and growing, and I was constantly inspired by their drive and vision. One thing that really stood out to me during my college years was the duality of the school lunch. Every day I was treated to a delicious and nutritious meal that was made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Whether it was a juicy burger, a crisp salad, or a hearty soup, the food was always delicious and satisfying. The chefs and staff at the cafeteria worked tirelessly to ensure that every meal was a feast for the senses. I'm always impressed by the care and attention that went into each dish. And just like my mother before, I was given an unexpected surprise in the form of a sandwich by the fully dressed lunch lady. It was a small gesture, but it meant the world to me and showed me how much she cared about me. This experience with the school lunch and my mother's love and care for me reminds me of how important it is to have nutritious and delicious meals in our lives. So I'm no proud subscriber of HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, and have delicious, healthy meals delivered right to your door. So why settle for just any meal when you can have HelloFresh? Get started today and taste the difference. One of the most memorable moments of my college years was when I had a fist fight with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We were both playing in a local gaming tournament. Our teams ended up facing each other in the finals. The tension between us was palpable, and then trash talking each other. As soon as the match began, it was clear that things were going to get physical. We both got up from our chairs and started throwing punches. The fight was intense and lasted for several minutes. Neither of us gaining the upper hand. Eventually, we both ended it. I went to college for a brief time, but I realized that it wasn't for me. I had always known that my true passion was gaming, and I decided to drop out and focus on my career as a professional gamer. Rise to fame. As I continued to stream and play video games, my following started to grow. I was putting in long hours and dedicating myself to improving my skills and entertaining my viewers. People were drawn to my energy, my passion for gaming, and my sense of humor. One day I stumbled upon a new game called Fortnite. I immediately knew that it was going to be big. I started playing and streaming Fortnite and my viewership exploded. People were fascinated by my skills, my knowledge of the game, and my ability to entertain in a vanity cave. I eventually landed a sponsorship with Red Bull, which helped to boost my visibility. One of my most memorable moments was when I was approached by Red Bull and they offered me a sponsorship. It was a dream come true, and I felt like I had finally made it in the gaming world. I continued to stream and play in tournaments. Soon enough, I became a household. But let's take a moment to acknowledge my early music career, or lack thereof. I'm not gonna lay my bars where we are whack off, but hey, gotta start somewhere, right? I remember trying to spit some fire over some sick beats, but the only thing burning was my credibility as a rapper. But see, it's all about growth, and my flow has improved since then. In all seriousness though, I'm grateful for the opportunities that have come my way, and I'm excited to continue entertaining and inspiring people through my streams and events. Who knows, maybe one day I'll give rapping another shot, but this time I'll bring the crossover success. My success as a gamer led to appearances on popular television shows and interviews with major news outlets. I even did a Fortnite tournament with popular rapper Dre, which broke streaming records. The tournament was a huge success and solidified my place as one of the biggest names in gaming. One of the most memorable moments of my crossover success was when my topless wife brought me a sandwich in the middle of a tournament. I was in the middle of a high-stakes match. I was completely focused on the game. Suddenly, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around to see her standing there, with a sandwich in her hand. Surprised, to say the least, but I couldn't help but laugh. She knew how important this tournament was to me, as she wanted to make sure I had the energy to see it through to the end. It's a funny moment that I'll never forget. Outro. And that's the story of my life so far, from a young boy playing video games to becoming one of the biggest names in gaming. It's been a wild ride. I'm grateful for all of the opportunities that have come my way. I'm excited to see what the future holds. As I want to thank my fans for their support, and I hope to continue entertaining and inspiring people through my streams. And who knows what the future holds, but one thing is for sure. For a good game.